Hey wonderful people, good morning from Dhaka, Bangladesh. Let me do a different kind of video today. This is gonna be sort of, you can consider it as re-review of a fragrance that I did about a year back or so. And this is a house that I love so much, Versace. I love it as much as Paco Rabanne, you know, uh, like other houses, Azaro. I love Dunhill. So some of these houses, I think they're pure love. Versace for me always worked because I started off with this in Versace. You guys know this is one of my signature, and it is called Versace signature, Versace Puram. And this is always my top 10. This is my perfect 10 summer fragrance. It's just so masculine, it's ever so classic. And this one now, not now, recently, few days back, there, few like couple of years back or so, they released Versace Dylan Blue. That's what the video is gonna be today, and how I did it complete 360-degree from not liking it so much, and then now I'm just loving it. And it's not. It happened with a couple of other fragrance. I'll show you. It goes to show that how your taste changes, how weather condition they make you. There's an impact of those certain factors on you, or how your taste changes or evolves over time. So basically, I'll show you. Hold on. Yeah, sorry about that. I forgot to bring two other fragrances I want to show you and give you example. So Versace Dylan Blue was a fragrance. When it was released, I was not very impressed. To me, it smelled like very chemically, very annoying, kind of like that Ambroxan really annoyed me. And that it's being sort of like inspired by Dior Sauvage, which I happen to love. This fragrance always works, EDT and EDP doesn't matter. Sometimes you get bored of it, you quit, and you come back and you happen to appreciate Dior Sauvage a lot more because you see that's the best in this category. It even beats Blood et Chanel in my book. So Sauvage inspired fragrances, the fragrances, there are like tons of them. Every single house they have their version. Dylan Blue is one of them, sort of. And Dylan Blue sort of is, people say, is a more modern version, more youthful version of Versace Puram, which is nice. It's light, airy, and it always is a classic. Everybody's must mainstay. But is Dylan Blue better than Versace Puram? No, definitely not. In my book, I mean, the Versace Puram, it's always going to be a 10. But what happens, like previously, this fragrance, let me show you one fragrance that I entirely hated. Silver Mountain Water. I did not get this fragrance at first, and this fragrance always came off as a weird fragrance. And I saw the dry down one day, fell in love with it. Like complete 360, I bought it. Then another fragrance I bought, and I'll do full on review, is Aqua DJ Profumo. It's almost finished, my second 75 mil. This is not special blend. This is not any other version. This is the Profumo version, right? This fragrance I never got good performance, whatever, at times, but things changed. As you can see, big bottle. So yeah, just like that, we're gonna be showing you a big bottle of Dylan Blue, and we'll talk about it. So the overall idea about blue fragrance is you come out of shower, you smell nice, you smell some lemon, and that ambroxan really helps. And also there are fragrances like people, they complain, like Aqua Atlantic, it's somewhere you get vibe of Invictus Aqua. These two fragrances, people complain they get like an eggy smell because it's like oceanic. It get that green deep sea waters, you get fish or egg smell. So yeah, but Dylan Blue, I never got that. So let's talk about the positives, why I changed. Let me show you the presentation once again. It's like this blue, if you haven't seen it already. 200 ml, they have 50, 100, 200 mls, multiple bottle size, and it says Versace side pattern like that. I find it kind of like not so appealing. I don't know. It just didn't work for me. Oh, sorry, I'm holding it correct. Yeah, I'm holding correct because this is the opposite. Anyway, Versace, I made in Italy and everything. So yeah, bottom. So bottle is basically, I had finished. Let me show you my Dylan Blue previous one. This is 100 ml. This bottle is finished. It's totally done, and it's a beautiful little bottle. I always love this bottle design so much. It's a golden and beautiful eye-catching blue, and the golden cap side by side. That's how the 200 ml compares. Okay. We'll be talking about this bottle. This one have no reformulation issue, if you're wondering. So Dylan Blue, these big bottles of Versace Eros I have now. I have Versace Purom, I have Eau Fresh. These are like my dream fragrances. I love them, especially those three. I wanted to get a 200 ml because I have lifetime supply, and basically also have that decant page, so I have to put bigger bottles help. So Dylan Blue, once again, take your time to appreciate the bottle. It's selling like hotcake in Bangladesh. It's selling like hotcake. So golden and blue combo with a Versace Medusa head here, and it's a little bit raised, just like Versace Purum, exactly same bottle. But I think both bottles look really appealing with this light juice. Versace Purum also looks good. So why did I do a 360-degree on this one? Versace Dylan Blue, I always found it to be very teenager-like. It's very youthful. Perhaps that was grumpy old man me. I don't know what. I found it to be very annoying. I tried it in a shop. I tried it 5, 6 times. I was sick at one point. I had my nose blocked. Couldn't smell anything. And I bought it one day. I'm like, what the hell? Let's just buy it. I never really loved it. Okay. Until recently, I happened to try this fragrance in high heat. I told you previously in my last video review, this is more appropriate in evening time, cooler weather. But I changed my mind. You know why? Because in Bangladesh right now it's 38 degrees, around there. Real feel of the heat, very high heat and humidity. I am not even daring to go near my leather, oud, amber, sweeter varieties. I'm not daring to go in the dark fragrances. I'm just always wearing light, polo blue, Versace Purum, aquatic, ozonic, Issey Miyake. I tried this fragrance one day around 5-ish, 5 p.m. If you do not know, it's still very hot and I'm sweating constantly that day. I'm like, just came out of sickness, a lot of antibiotics went inside the body, so my body was weak. So my system was like releasing a lot of water, I was losing a lot of water. So I went to meet a brother to pass him some decants. He was standing there and right in front of me, and he was like, what are you wearing? It's projecting like beautifully. I couldn't remember because I was very sick, my head wasn't working, and I couldn't remember. And I went home and I realized, oh, my scent of the evening was Dylan Blue. And I told him, he's like, I'm gonna buy that decant next time. And the thing is, high heat, usually fragrances go yucky on me. Even I wear Jean Paul Gaultier Popeye, it goes tad bit sweet, it becomes like mixes with your sweat, it kind of goes like kind of not very pleasant experience. But there are like fragrances like Prada L'Homme, Versace Purum, Polo Blue, let me give you Lalique, Ungrenoir Sport, or Issey Miyake Sport. You get the idea. Like this kind of fragrances, or maybe one more, Ultra Zest, Lacoste White. This fragrance will mix it with your skin chemistry. If you sweat, it smells really nice. Like even Invictus smells really good with your sweat when you go clubbing. So it goes nicely with the body's chemistry. This fragrance in high heat, it was projecting like a beast. When you're sweating, it mixes with your sweat and makes it more manly. It makes it a lot more. At the opening, there is a beautiful sparkly grapefruit. Let me spray this once again and talk about it. There's something in there. Here is empty. So this fragrance, something about the opening, now I'm digging it. You're not gonna get that eggy smell in here or fishy. It's gonna be beautiful, sort of like a grapefruit. It's a sparkly grapefruit, and that's what I think mixes the lemon and everything. Then goes slowly towards the Sauvage wing. But I think this is no less potent than Sauvage. It has good longevity. Sauvage will be like 10. Let's say this is 8 or 8.5. So when I smell it, it's so pleasant in high heat. I'm gonna review the Acqua di Gio Profumo once again. This is doing the same thing with me, but a little bit more spicy and great performer nowadays. I'll re-review that. So performance, smell, and that mixes with the body chemistry and sweat. It's just summer. It's pure joy. So I did a 360 degree. I bought this and I fell in love with this, and I think this is really good. So people say, is there any link to Versace Purum original one? I will tell you, I smell it like far background. It doesn't have that quite aquatic, ozonic, light floral, but this has slight bit of Versace Purum, sorry, at heart, but far away. And that's what you can actually tell, sort of like an upgrade. I wouldn't say so. I would say Versace Purum in terms of smell is much better, even though it's lighter. Doesn't last even nowhere near this. But this is a performer. It's a heavy duty fragrance. It smells so good in high heat. It mixes with the body chemistry, sweat, and makes it more masculine. And it's very fresh. People can detect it when there's breeze. People from easily 20 feet away, they can detect you. So it's very strong. So these are some of the factors make me change my mind. I'm not gonna say every single fragrance I do that, but some fragrances just work like that. Weather condition, how you're feeling, sentiments. When you pick up certain compliment, you change your mind, right? So some fragrances are obviously lovely, but not every. Like Prada L'Homme, another fragrance. I'll show you. My bottle is almost empty. I'm getting a new bottle soon. This fragrance, I thought it was very ordinary at first. I'm doing these episodes because one brother asked me to do this. It's a new concept. Prada L'Homme, I always found it like not bottle worthy at first. I'm like, this is so boring, blah. I love Prada Amber Purum a lot more than this. But slowly over time, I saw the beauty of it, the simplicity of it, the wet iris florals, musk, and I bought it and I found it to be beautiful. So these fragrances are working wonders for our conditions. So it's just experience, what you experience in your country and your with weather change. Versace Dylan Blue, I love it so much. I'm giving it 8.5. It's a solid fragrance. It's youthful at the same time. Anybody can use it. And this fragrance is gonna really perform, really perform. And the ambroxan is not as annoying. There's no pink pepper. It's just that about, I don't know if there's grapefruit. I detect. Okay, so citrus, zesty, kind of like got the incense, little bit of the background. So it's all year round. You can wear it like 12 months. Just like Dior Sauvage, it has high versatility factor. So remember that. That's why I did 360 degree on this Dylan Blue. That's the review today. Please do try that one and give it some time. Any fragrance, be patient with it. Do not be impatient like me sometimes, right? So that's the video today. Hopefully you enjoyed it. I'll do a review much later today if I am home, free, feeling well, and feeling motivated. See you soon. Have a very nice day. Bye-bye.